How you doing, YouTube? Matt with Massive Beer Reviews back with yet another review, and it is Cascadian Dark Ale, hop forward porter, black IPA, whatever you want to call it. We're gonna find out what it is in the form of Carton Brewing's Epitome. I've had this once before on the radio show that I do on Sundays. We had Carton on; they sent a growler of it, so I have had it before, but it's been a while. And from what I remember, I like it. So hopefully this one is much the same. I'm not sure if the growler they sent was an older one or new one. Don't know what's going on. All they know is this is relatively fresh. They just started coming out with this over the past week or so. And it was picked up for me by my buddy George. Thank you very much, George, for picking this up. He went to a little tap takeover thing in Jersey somewhere. So, yeah, here we go. As far as what it says in the can, it says, drink off the beaten craft. Wah, wah. Epitome, Imperial Black Ale. 10.3% alcohol by volume, 100 IBUs. On the side here, we have a general rule. We at Carton strive for drinkability through balance and harmonization of flavors. But even self-imposed rules are meant to be broken. Epitome embraces the teenage metalhead in each of us and gets discordant with a serious, hoppy, high-gravity black ale. The only notions accepted were to make it bigger, bolder, hotter, and faster. A beast, it had to push past 10, literally. The black had to be none more, and the hops American and piled on like a double bass drum, kicking faster and harder. Drink Epitome because things worth doing are worth overdoing. That's pretty much it. Label-wise, it's awesome. It's Carton styling is pretty much all the same for all their cans. Sit Down Sun, one of their newer cans, a slight departure from the can styling, but they're pretty much all the same. The only difference within is it's inverted with this one. Everything's black with white lining as opposed to white with black lining. Yeah. Anyway, and a lettering and numbers and all that bullshit stuff. So yeah. So, but I dig it. I like their branding. It's cool. So let's see what this sucker has to offer. There's this weird kind of fine line between Cascadian Dark, Imperial Black Ale, Black IPA. We'll see where this one falls. So yeah, finger and a half, infinite creaminess. I mean, super tight, compact bubbles. The color is, how would I explain that? Like milk dud, the center of a milk dud. It has that kind of chocolatey creaminess to it, but it's very light. So it's not brown. It's more of like a grayish, tannish mixture. So yeah. And dark as dark can be. So, I mean, that sucker looks pretty damn dark. Gleam just ever so slightest bit of color on the edge of it. But, I mean, that sucker's fucking dark as fuck. So yeah. What's the SRM on this? They rated it on here 42. So yeah, I mean, it looks dark. And the head looks very malty. Let's put it that way. It's like, when I say, like a Whopper, kind of milk duddy, malted malt ball center. That's kind of the vibe you're getting off it. So, makes you think malt. So let's get a nose on her. It's a very pungent mixture of pretty much for me, a mixture of all hops. I'm getting some pininess there. I'm getting a subtle dankness. I'm getting like a citrus rindiness. I'm getting even a touch of juiciness. Actually, not even a touch of juiciness. A decent amount of juiciness. There's probably a liter in the pack. So even though I'm getting a subtle maltiness off this with a subtle chocolate, that hop presence, that juicy hop presence, that citrus hop presence is totally overpowering a lot of that malt in there. So it smells blind. Close my eyes. I've seen it, but close my eyes, smell that. I would think it would be a very juicy IPA, but you can tell that the malt base is there. It's not so much that the malt base isn't big enough, it's just that juiciness is so huge that it's kind of battling back, pushing back that maltiness. But you can smell it has a nice syrupy, chocolatey maltiness to it. It's just the hops are that big. So yeah, I mean, super all over the place. a lot of juicy hops, but at the same time you're getting that rich. It's almost like I said, like a syrupy kind of like rich maltiness. Like I want to say caramel malt, more like a chocolate. If you mix like chocolate syrup with like a caramel, like that kind of mixture going on there. Just super rich, super inviting, very nougaty, very malt bally, I guess you would say. So yeah, she smells awesomely confusing, but at the same time pretty interesting. At the same time, looks pretty cool. Let's see what she tastes like. Cheers. Yeah, that is a Cascadian dark ale, is what that is. And there's like that whole like, what is what? And I led into it with this. Is it a Cascadian dark ale? Is it a hop forward porter? Is it a black IPA? To me, this is a Cascadian dark ale. That's what this is. This is a definition of what it is. It has this really rich, deep maltiness to it. But at the same time, it's this really vibrant, fresh hop. They're separate from each other, but I won't even say they work together. They work together in a way that like Tango and Cash works together. Not to get super cheesy, but at the same time, they're such opposite polar ends of the spectrum. It just kind of makes sense. A lot of times when you have like someone makes a porter and just throws a lot of hops in it, you can tell this is not a porter. This is a dark ale, and it's hop forward. Again, most generic sense of the word is just, it makes sense in that actual style, and it actually does taste like that kind of style. It's hard to alliterate, which is my job to do. So, poo-poo on me for not doing that. First thing you get in your mouth, rich, deep malts. We're seeing how you get this really danky, slightly oniony hop. Once you swallow, or once you start to swallow, it starts to open up, and you start to get that robust tropical flavor. You're still getting a bit of those malts in there, but you start to get a little bit more chocolate out of it. And then when it finishes, just a little bit of roasted chocolate malt and a biting, kind of hot biting pininess on the end. So you're running the gamut on this. You're getting that dank onioniness. You're getting that tropical fruit citrusness. Then you're getting that piney kind of dank that's biting on the end. You're getting the chocolate roasted malts. You're getting plain chocolate malts. And you're getting a rich caramel in the front. So it's like kind of all over the place. But at the same time, it's like, just makes sense. Again, let's call it the Tango and Cash a fucking beer. Just fucking makes sense. Again, if you don't know who Tango and Cash is, then I'm fucking lost at this point. So, and if you don't know, then you should fucking know. So yeah, it's super fucking fun beer. So let's talk about it for a bit. Is it one of the better beers I've had as of late? No. But is it one of the cooler beers? Yeah. It's really fucking cool. This is something I want to drink a lot of. It's 10%. It's up there in ABV. It's got a very biting hop bite, kind of piney finish, which is not my favorite in the world when it comes to IPAs. Just for me personally, personal thing, not for me. But if you're into that, you'll love it. So to even get even a better score, if I were to actually score it, and it's just a fun beer. It's unique, it's fun, it's fresh, and it's just really fucking cool. Honestly, it's a fun fucking beer. I just dig it because I don't want to say it's a departure from what Carton typically does, because they do a lot of different things, but it's like, they're known for, their 007XX and their fucking boat and beers like that. So when you get this rich, deep, dark beer that has such a nice, rich malt presence, but at the same time has a nice, huge, schizophrenic, bipolar hop presence at the same time too, it's fucking fun. Value and availability. I actually don't know the value. I think is $16 for a 4-pack. Not too shabby. Availability. I think it's seasonal for them. Once Actually, I don't even think they come out yearly. It's just kind of whatever the fuck they want to come out with it. So it is what it is, but it's out now. So if you want to get it in the tri-state area, I'm sure if you trudge into Jersey, you'll be able to pick some up. And just say if you like what? If you like this, if you like Cascadian Dark Ales, because this is what it is. It's not a hop forward porter. It's not a black IPA. It's Cascadian Dark Ale. If you're into hop forward dark beers, if you like Russian Imperial Stouts, Americanized Russian Imperial Stouts, or if you like black IPAs, things like that, you want something rich, deep, dark, made well, pretty robust, and pretty fucking fun, then you'll dig it. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. If you did or you didn't, or somewhere in between, please leave a comment in the comment section below, and like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. If you want to check us out anywhere else on the internet, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Untapped, Massive Beers, and not all four of those places. Yeah, another review down. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a nice Cascadian Dark Ale right now. And hopefully see you next time. Cheers.